Hey, hello guys. Welcome to another episode of Gossip Corner. Today we're actually not gonna be continuing the Jedi thing. We'll do that next week. Today we're actually gonna try and do a little bit of tutorial because someone had asked on Lorenzo's last stream, the Sleep Like Variety Show, um, last week, if I could do the tutorial for on buff women or muscle placement, I guess. So I guess what I'll do is kind of just maybe do an overview, go into that as well, go into buff women, of course, but also give basically it's also training for me. uh, so well, I'm sitting here looking for music too. I did put up some references, but for the purpose of this, and I don't want YouTube shut it off. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna show those references here. Um, so I might, and I might not, might or might not put them on Twitter, but I don't. Listen, like, unfortunately, finding the people that take the pictures and the models can be a bit of a trick. So I was like, give them their credit where credit is due. So, yay! Figuring out how to do all this stuff without getting in trouble was copyright. It's such a. This is also why you guys don't get music because I can't put music in, even though that's what I'm putting right now is music, so I can hear it. So. And I'm still looking. Because I am a dork and I should have done this before I started the stream. So yeah, you're gonna get a few minutes of empty page while I'm trying to look where the heck I'm doing. So I guess for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm not gonna get like super technical. At least I don't think I'm going to. I could be wrong. Happened before. So we're gonna do put that aside so I can see what I'm doing. Shut off Twitter because I don't actually need to see that right now. All right, so I guess what we'll do is we'll start off with I guess with the front. We're gonna start with the guys, I guess, and then we'll go into the buff women. That way, you guys can get a difference. So usually, I guess when it comes to guys and women, usually guys are wider shoulders, smaller waist, where women are narrow shoulders, wider hips. So, kind of a triangle system, or kind of how you ever want to put that. So we're gonna do both. Okay. That way we get equal opportunity here. So we're gonna do as standard as we can possibly get. Because we need to have standards there. So hopefully you guys get something out of this. I'm usually always building a frame, so usually, like I said, it's kind of like this weird trapezoid. I think it's a trapezoid. And as I said before, usually men are small or narrow on the waist, and women are usually bigger on the waist. Usually. Just that's more or less my rough. Hold this down so you can get a better view. But as I said, usually was this. So you got your collarbone. I should probably use a different color. So this is usually where just let's do this on them. See where I'm going with this stuff. So this is usually where your collarbone is. Obviously, the backside you're gonna have your shoulder blade, but then you got the breastplate, and then you got your rib cage. And then so small case for anatomy. The hand has like a bunch of little tiny bones all together. And I'm not gonna draw all of that because that's not the point here. Women is usually for women is also the same case. Everything connects more or less the same way. You do have that extra bone here on the side that I almost forgot about. Here on the elbow. So you got I'm sorry, that's kneecap. See? Like I said, I wasn't gonna be really good with this. So hoping it comes across what I'm trying to talk about. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a few vertebrae here and there. And again, you have to worry. You also have, so when you draw, you have to think more where skeleton structure is going to be, how things are going to attach. As much as it's gonna look awesome, not everything is gonna look the way it should. So. That's usually about how structures go. Yeah. Hopefully you guys can. Maybe I should just shut up and just draw. I'm trying to not to leave dead air, and I'm trying to figure out what to say because this is something I don't normally do, so I don't normally do this kind of thing. I guess it is not a bad idea. I'm just saying. It's just something I need to work on. Now they're usually smaller bones in the rib cage, but this should give you more of a general idea where how your rib cage should be set up. Because again, as I said, this is your sternum, or the breastbone, breastplate. You have your collarbone. Hey, Cross. I'm trying to give a little bit of a tutorial for muscles, but I'm trying to go over some few fundamentals. I'm not being trying not to be too technical because unless you're gonna make undead bad guys for the rest of your life, I don't know that you should. I really need to be that technical for the purpose of this little tutorial. Breastbones. It's breastplate. Was the rib cage, obviously. Obviously, your spine is going to be attached, and there's more to this than just a straight than just a line. Because usually your your spine is kind of more kind of this shape, and the cartilage kind of sticks out just a little bit, kind of give you this like kind of spike end. And so the back end usually tends to and so it has kind of this curvature to where the back of your head is connected to where your pelvis is. Breastplate, also breast. Yeah. Well, like I said, this is more of a and then you pardon the pun, bare bones presentation of it, and then yeah, I'm terrible. So this is not entirely accurate, the depiction. But yeah, but the point is here is that we're always gonna and this is not always the case, but most men usually tend to have wider shoulders and narrow hips, where women will have narrow I got it backwards. Wider shoulder, narrow hips, narrow shoulder, wider. No, narrow. Narrow. Yeah, I can't talk today. If y'all like what y'all see, you can please hit that like and subscribe button, and Also hit the notification bell so you'll know when I'm here. I try to be here every Wednesday between 6 and 10, and then like I said, with your Mr. Bones, we're just doing this kind of because someone asked about a tutorial for buff women, but I figure I do a little overview of anatomy, I guess. Mainly because I need to fill at least 2 hours somehow, some way. I have. I'm not particularly good with that, but hey, we'll see how it goes. The bare bones. All right, I deserve that one. It seem. I imagine it probably would be no different from that of a cat or a dogtail. Maybe even a lion. Since it'll probably be something like this. Structure, cat, tail. And it'll be divided in sections. Anywho. So we're gonna do muscle placement here. And we're gonna be using red. Now this I'm gonna have to go around and go to my reference because I am going to miss muscle placements like an idiot somewhere along the line. So someone's gonna say, "Hey, you missed a muscle." Yeah, I did. And lo and behold, we go looking for the muscles, and I can't find what I had beforehand. Because what I'm finding now is the sections that are out there. One, there's one right there. So we'll start with the guy because it's right there. All right. So for chest, we kind of have this one big muscle. Goes right under. The pectorals. Yeah. Then we have kind of this under muscle here. And then we have a smaller groups here. So that's kind of how we built for stuff. Uh, Most people think quite a few people think we don't we have muscles. In the hands we actually have tendons, so we don't actually have muscles like too many muscle groups. We probably have more nerves and tendons in the hand. At least that's what I remember from anatomy class. So me going, basically we're just made of big muscles and smaller muscles. Women, or not that different. Just more or less the same thing. Yeah, so most of the muscles in the hand just kind of extend maybe to like just a little bit above the wrist. Doesn't go all the way through. But most people, I'm pretty sure they're here to see buff women. Gets you. So muscle groups for leg are kind of like this. You have your big major group, and then kind of your smaller ones. From what I remember for stuff for bulking up, usually a lot of the big muscles that you see bodybuilders want to have you, it's usually kind of more like water retention stuff. Uh, Some of it is bulk, but usually a lot of that bulk is kind of more for show rather than for muscle. But since this is comics, we can just go ahead and go, okay, well, these muscles are empowered and you can lift 40, 60, 80, 90 tons of crap. Same thing with arms. The deltoids actually sweep into the back too. So make this a little smaller so people can see it. Should probably clean this up when I get a good chance to. Now, for the sake of not incurring YouTube's wrath, we're gonna leave off some areas, obviously. So more or less, this is kind of the idea for muscles when you do muscle placement. So it's always good to have a chart for muscle placements, especially when you're trying to do movements like this, where you're extending the arm or having them do stuff, and you want to know where your muscle, where your deltoids are going to be, where your pectorals are going to be, your triceps and biceps, and all the other names that I can't pronounce on here. I can't pronounce because I suck at pronouncing things. I take some time later on to clean this up. Mm. So we'll go. I guess we'll just move on to to doing characters. Give you some ideas, I guess, what not have you. So we'll start with the buff woman. So I'm just gonna draw something. Well, I'll just draw one of my characters because she's supposed to be buff anyway. I should have planned this out a little bit better, I think. I guess in the future, if I do another type of tutorial type thing, I'm gonna sit down with somebody and be like, hey, how should I do this? Because I kind of just went into this without really planning anything. Like, no, hey, and it's kind of hard to put. At least with YouTube, it's kind of hard to pull down references without getting some kind of trouble, because I don't want to get copyright strike, and so I have to kind of be eggshells with what I do. Hey, Lorenzo. You know what? I just realized I forgot to put up my poll for the minion things. So I'll be doing that after the stream. All right. So I'm gonna be using Star, which is one of my characters from my ideas that I haven't put up. Trying to give her more of this 90s, 80s manga kind of hairstyle that they like to use back then. So generally, with my character, I try to kind of have a balance between muscle and kind of a feminine look, I guess, feminine detail. So again, she's not gonna have nearly big shoulders like male counterparts, but she will have kind of bigger guns, I guess, or big guns. So here, this section right here, usually is kind of where the muscles connect. And I can't spell. So you have to remember that there are muscles down in this area too. So when you put them in, you kind of given this idea where all the muscles are going to be hitting. And obviously there's going to be muscles here. I'm just drawing in these lines. This is not actually how she's going to look, but I'm giving you this idea. You should want to try to get this bit of a triangle, because muscles do tend to stop in certain spots, and the muscles will get smaller as you go down. And here's the belly button area. Yeah, that's what I was doing for this stream, was to get was to go to the buff woman, kind of give an idea of how I do buff women. So, but I was also giving an idea of muscle placement, which is what I was doing earlier. And so you get a little bit of the back, some parts of the leg. You know, giving you an idea how muscle should be, how muscle should kind of balance out. You know, everybody has their own way of depicting how muscles move and rotate and stretch and conform when they're doing tasks and what have you. So obviously, when you have people, when you have characters lifting stuff, the muscle should be flexing. You know, and give an idea of skeletal structure when you're doing said muscle. So that's usually how that goes. And then kind of give if you don't want to really use your muscle guide, you could always go with a kind of geometric shapes, and this kind of gives you an idea. So so kind of like this trapeze, a square, and men will have narrow hips and wider shoulders, where women will have narrow shoulders and wider hips. But this is just to give the idea where every muscle will be sitting for the characters. You know what? Let me go ahead and move her to the side so I can also do a male character when I get there. Give you an idea. So it's not just in buff women. It's also so in, I guess in Star's case, she's more the extreme when it comes to muscle buff women, I guess. And as I kind of mentioned earlier, that we don't have muscles that go all the way into our hand. Kind of goes up a little bit into the back of the hand, a little bit into the palm. But most of the what's connecting our fingers are tendons, tendons, ligaments, and so while they're still they would still be classified as muscle, I suppose, but they're not like muscle, I guess. I'm not sure how to explain that. So I'm gonna just put her in a leotard. Be done with it. That way no one can be like, oh my god, he's doing, yeah, no. So because usually you so I'm just giving you the idea where bone place. I guess bones would be said. Now, when I do hands, I usually do one section. In fingers, there's usually one, two, three. So there's bone connecting. And then you would have the knuckle. So it's knuckle, bone, bone. Getting people asking me questions like, "Oh, you're doing muscle babes?" Yes, yes, I am. So this is just kind of give you an idea. I wouldn't put insane detail, I guess, or at least when it comes to drawing the muscles, because you don't want to. Unless that's the style you're going for, you don't really want to draw every muscle protruding. I mean, because it's gonna come down to your style. It's gonna come down to what works for you and what works for the character for the character that you have. So not every character needs to look like they're about to. They're about to pop a vein or something. Because, like I said, there are usually levels of definition that you want to go by. And so what you see here is not always. You don't need to necessarily make them too definition. Especially if you have to draw that character every day, or in every comic you're drawing that character in, so you don't necessarily have to draw them that detailed. And again, like I said, it's mainly more for your style. But you want to try and add some kind of slack, some kind of. See, because the muscle does come from a point, so you want to try and keep the muscles in every group coming in one section, depending on how you want to do the work. Because I do have a client that she had her avatar, her Tetsu avatar is kind of muscle bound. And so you have to, take into consideration how big you want the character to be, how small do you want, um, how excessive you want your character to be, how athletic you want that character to look, in all your media representation. Now, here in the wrist, if you look at your wrist, you notice that you have kind of like a little bone protruding at the bottom. So you kind of have this bone popping out, kind of slightly poking out, and that's one of the femurs. I think it's the right bone. There we go. Because that's mainly what it is the bones kind of protruding out just a little, and then you have your wrist. Actually, let me leave that in there. And again, depending on how you turn your wrist, or how uh, what your style is how buff your character is going to be, or how defined you want your character to be. Again, since my approach is mostly in a cartoon manner, kind of Japanese American-ish type art. Well, probably more American than Japanese at this point. I know with the calves, I know they'll do this kind of big lump, and then they just go straight down. Usually, this muscle's in flex, and otherwise they'll be more down here, kind of more at rest. At least that's when I see it. You have your ankle. So here we have the kneecap, and you have your femur. Yeah, this is the femur. Sorry. You have this the bone kind of sticking out right here. So that's why it's kind of more pronounced. Eh. So you it kind of looks like this kind of a V. So basically, you can tell what a femur is at. And honestly, I think the flex will probably look a little bit better, mainly because it looks more actiony, I guess. So kind of in that matter. So we're gonna do. We're also going. We're gonna little less extreme. So give you different looks. So that's the overly buff women. Just the first one. Like, oh hey, I'm gonna like your city. That's her look. But you can make be less prominent, as I said before. And then again, it depends on your style and the type of character you're going for. So in the case of this character, we're gonna just put a head for right now. So, kind of a build. Not too crazy, not too hard. Again, just remember that the deltoid connects to the pictorial. Before anybody goes crazy on me. Kind of athletic shape, possibly for Olympic, like an Olympic athlete, I guess. Kind of built, but not too massive, like our character over here. You have your knuckles here again. It kind of, I guess it kind of, and as I was going along doing commissions, I kind of got, I was getting a lot more of the muscle bake commissions. So a lot of them, so kind of get a little bit. I got a little bit better, mainly through reference and kind of just going back to your anatomies and anatomy books and what have you. I can't tell you which the best ones are because it's been a while. But I recommend looking at a reference, looking at real life, and practice those body types. This one we're just gonna leave it on, I guess. So we're gonna do back sides. Okay, like this one before. You're going to the back side, so it's kind of up and across. So you got your spine here. You kind of have this little bump right here in the back of your neck. And I forgot what it was called. So actually, yeah, this is still just a timer. And again, as I said, this is uh, you can do most of this. Most of this depends on your style and how you want to draw your buff women. So you don't have to necessarily make them this muscular or this detailed. This is more for straight up reference. So I really, me personally, I probably wouldn't put all these muscle details mainly because it would take a while to draw all of that, for at least for me. To me, well, I know a few people like, well, you could draw all that. Why didn't you do that with my stuff? It would take a while. That's more or less how. No one listens to techno. Yeah, I kind of do. I guess this is more like a reference video, so you can just see what I'm doing. Either I'm doing it right or I'm doing it wrong, and, and you can take from this video what you would like to learn. So I'm hoping it's proving to be somewhat a bit informative, I guess. You know, you can like, hey, this guy's doing it wrong, or this dude got it, something right. But the idea is, like I said, you don't need to be. It depends on how you want to draw them, and what you find appealing to your taste. Next, like I said, next week we'll go back to doing the minions. I do need to put the poll up for that, so I can, because next week I want to make different bad guys. So I was gonna be doing some inner gang stuff, and uh, when I have you maybe start making villains, uh, versions of the villains that I would think would work in the game for a bit. The pill shit guys, yeah, they're like, this is their shape. But this, because this right here, like I said, will be more bodybuilder. Or this will be just more straight up athletic. And I can't spell today. I guess Olympic. We'll just go Olympic. And I still spelled that wrong, but okay. Like, yeah, I spelled that wrong. Or maybe more, I guess, more your MMA fighter. Like, she still has definition, still has muscle, but she's not a mountain. So I guess that would be the idea. And I am trying to think what else to show you. Because technically, giving you an idea. So like those are the most two types that I've done as far as character design go. The average just doesn't have that huge build. I guess you may put it that way. You can also do muscle flexing. Alright, so move my phone away from the microphone because I'm hearing on it. So, a lot of this will probably be just sketches and like, oh hey. Like I said, I think if I try and do another tutorial, I'm gonna have to really plan that out because trying to do this as I go kind of just seems to not be helping me. If you guys have any questions, just let me know and I'll try to answer them as best I can. I'm probably sure I'm gonna get someone go, oh my god, he did it wrong. Yeah. Speaking of doing wrong. If anyone's asking, I've seen this post, quite a few references for bodybuilders. So this kind of, they hold up their arm, they're flexing, but they're keeping their palms open. They're I'm not sure what it's called, but I've seen it quite a few times. And I'm probably sure there was a bodybuilder around here that's like, hey, this is what it's called. You're not doing it right. Oh, sorry. Shrink that down to fit with the rest of the stuff here. I really am out of music. Yep, I really am out of music. Hey, Topher. How's it going, dude? So right now we're going over buff women, at least what I can talk about. So we went over that, we went over this. Kind of give an idea how muscle placement is and what have you. Right now I'm just doodling ideas and poses and what have you. This not this one. Thank you. Gluteus Maximus. So that's what I got so far. They are. Especially when you're trying to put in like a bunch of muscle. I think it's kind of what I was saying with others is that do you, and then you want to put more detail into back, put, depending on the style and what you're looking for. I would like to show references, but unfortunately, it's like okay. And if anyone is new here, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'll try to be here every Wednesday. Normally, I will be doing another concept corner with my hypothetical Justice League game, but today, someone had asked last week about a tutorial for buff women. Well, hopefully, I kind of met what they were looking for, or, and and I kind of think I should kind of put more thought into my tutorials as I put more thought into my Justice League stuff. So hopefully it gives everybody a good idea. Apologize if I'm not being very talkative. Aside from being from being the artist on this, I you know I'm not particularly that good with this. So hopefully I get better with tutorial stuff and going over more the shapes and ideas and how to draw something. So I'm hoping just drawing gives you more information than me trying to tell you this stuff. I guess. Yeah, we got 5 likes. That's pretty good. It may not be keeping me up to date. Because right now it tells me there's only one person watching the stream. So it kind of goes up and down. Sometimes it'll tell me nobody's watching at this moment, or everybody's watching. All right, dude. Now it says 2 watching. Later, Topher. Actually, I should probably fix this. So kind of take that bean. Yeah, like I said, it goes up and down. So I'm guessing it's going by how active my the people are watching. I guess. Sweet. And I'll be on there too. Cause I think that's where I got the request for, or suggestion for today's episode. I guess people watching, or people chatting. So not a lot of people are chatting. It doesn't say how many people are there because you can be in the chat, but it doesn't tell me that you're active. But if you're not active, I at least I think that's how it works. It's YouTube not being uh, not being people friendly. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, right now what it tells me is there's 0 concurrent viewers in the analytics, and then up top it tells me 1 concurrent viewer, 5 likes. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not just. Maybe the information is not being all up to date all at once. I guess. Sure. But because the other thing here is that it also tells me that 26 people watched in was an average of 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Because it also doesn't count people for whatever reason. It doesn't count people who watch the stream for like the entirety of the show. There's the like. It shows up now. Yeah. Yeah, I also have a Patreon, and I need to finish some of the stuff that goes further too. And then, I will be I'm gonna be getting Naruto here his work in progress of his stuff. The random chat personality. Ha ha ha. I just need to do the mouse one because I think I showed you the rest of them. I just need the mouse one. Diamond in the back of the neck. I think I was. I think I finished her off the stream, but I did. But I had to stop to finish the stuff for the wallpaper, which I need to finish the other ones too. It's weird how this thing just, it tells me there's nobody nobody here, but it's like, Twitter analytics confuse me. Hmm. Then again, you don't have to. You don't have to be. This is more to show you where muscles should be in 1.5. You don't have to be necessarily purely put. You don't have to put the definition in too much, because sometimes you can bulk up and not be cut. Uh, in comics is a little more, I guess, more representative, I guess, and then because it depends on how you want to present the character, because it's not always going to be thick equals strong, because that's not always the equation. Like, it's like sometimes I just wish people would kind of understand that this, like, that's not how that works. Like, because like I think like most bodybuilders, Olympian bodybuilders, yes, they have muscle and they can lift stuff, but it's most of that is just for lifting. They're not gonna. A lot of it is for show. So like if they ever get into a fight, the chances are they'll probably get creamed, like any other person, who doesn't know how to fight. Um, and I think that's, some people are confusing that if you have muscle, you're ripped and 1.5, you're gonna have this immediate amount of physical strength 1.5. That's not necessarily the truth. Yes, you can have muscle for lifting stuff and lifting weights and 1.5, but that doesn't translate to every aspect of life. And then, but when it comes to comics, you can do whatever you want, I guess. If you want to put it that way. So a buff woman can necessarily mean, yeah, she's super strong, and then she's gonna beat the crap out of you. And I'm just going with the extreme right now, mainly because that's probably easier to show muscle wise, where everything would should be. Because essentially, like our back is kind of looks like our chest area. Because the muscles kind of since the muscles kind of wrap around. Ah, can't remember spill Pistons right today. American Power. American Power. So, I'm debating where to put this. I'm thinking Twitter, but I might because I'm still debating where to because I would like to at least kind of monetize this. Probably not with Twitter. I mean Twitter, YouTube, because that's gonna take a while. Yeah, it's just crazy how it just goes back and forth on the analytics. I can't get a proper head or tail of what's going on. I don't know. Now, I guess now that I've done this, I may see some people wanting to commission buff women. I'll probably see like a small explosion of it. Yeah. So definitely the next time I do this or do kind of some kind of tutorial, I'm gonna put some more time in planning it. Probably talk to a few other people to see about what subject to talk about. Main things I probably won't talk about like colors, mainly because I kind of not I'm not good at them. It's like I'm not good at them. Well, super good at them, or super good at talking about color and theory. Better yet, let's put it that way. Yeah, yeah. If you haven't hit that like, subscribe, and a notification bell, please do. If you not liking what you're seeing, you can go always hit the other one. But I hope you like what you're seeing, and I hope you at least you got an idea of how muscles, I guess, some of the muscles work. Even though I really didn't explain too much. Yeah, because you can make buff women without turning them into men. You don't need to use the form to spite somebody. Oh yeah, I need to take that off before somebody tries to use it. Now that you mention it, because I used to have it, but it was getting too cost effective to use it, and someone's like, "Oh hey, I see buff women." Not put that in the wrong spot. Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant to say. Ugh. I'm just all full of crap today. Just can't spell stuff, and it's just like But well, hopefully people get what I mean. It's like, no, no, no. No, no, no. So yeah, it wasn't very cost effective to keep it open. Um, because it's like 28 when I left it. It was like 28 a pop or 28 a month, and then while I allow people to use things like credit cards and what have you, again it just wasn't it was slowly becoming not unsustainable to use. Like, okay, I need to kind of stop using this. And so yeah, I do need to take that off. Mm. Mm. I'm just trying to think what else to do with this. Hmm. Should probably get another sheet. This thing is getting filled with a bunch of layers. Hmm. Okay, another thing I'm also gonna try to start doing more. So I'm gonna up the level of the DPI on my artwork. So instead of 300 DPI, which is what I would use for standard, I was gonna go 600 DPI, and so I was kind of make that the standard. So because I tried it with my other pen, the other pen stuff, and I'm getting a much better uh, better line, I guess. So I'm hoping that helps for later for future work. So when I so when I make JPEGs of that other stuff, I'm gonna have to probably downsize it a bit just to so it fits where I'm going to put it. Because I think Twitter, Patreon, and a few other places have like a size limit that you can put on the internet. And once that like internet's like, oh hey dude, you got to cut it off, man. Let's see. Mm, so I guess what we'll do is we'll do some superhero poses with it. Was the idea. So so here our superheroine, I guess, is flying, and so we're just gonna sit here and kind of. So this one's more. I'm gonna little less bodybuilder, little more athletic look in the build of this character, and so we're just gonna put hands and stuff like this. Well, actually, since this is for buff women, I should probably make her buff. So we're gonna make a little bit more buff, so a little more power, a little more look to the character. With again, you can do this without sacrificing, I guess, the feminine qualities of your female character. So you don't have to sit here and go, "Oh my god." But again, this is comics. We can do what we want, so we don't have to necessarily. I mean, we can draw from real life, but we don't have to. We don't have to take every do credit from real life. So you can change, uh, uh, and then also according to your style and how you wish to draw women. I guess. Unfortunately, it's you can, dang it. It's kind of hard to tell people. No, you have to draw it this way. But Again, you don't have to sacrifice body structure, qualities, female qualities and male qualities in the case of men, uh, to have a perfect, to have a certain look or observation of character design and detail. So we're gonna put her in a standard leotard. Just because I don't want to sit here and bang my head against the wall trying to come up with a design I don't really need to worry about. Yeah, people were like, oh, "Okay, this bin definitely lost his mind." Ah, dang it. Hopefully nobody caught that, but it's like don't take down my stream, YouTube. And if you're a new artist, or you're practicing getting into it, when you're building poses, not in your sketch, you can go through and make sure you know where the back of that leg is going to be. So that way, when you're drawing your foot, you know where the foot in relation to the body is going to be. And because I notice a lot of people will try to draw the foot without figuring out where the position of the back of the leg is going to be. So it's like, please look at it, man. And obviously it's quite a bit of a rookie mistakes, that people will make. It's like, oh, okay, well, and so you don't have to necessarily knock people like, oh, well, you did it wrong. No, it's because they're not used they're just used to seeing what's on the page and just going with that. Like, because honestly, I did that too. So it's like I would just try to imagine where everything is instead of just draw it in, give myself the idea of where the foot is going to be. So obviously, like, here's your big toe, here are your little toes, most of your toe, your ankle, the bone that comes out, your heel. And again, you can flex this. Normally, it's more at rest. It's kind of down. But like I said, for comics, since we can do what we want, we can have this muscle flex quite a bit. For the duration of the story. And one of the things I started doing was kind of figuring out to section the foot off. So you got your heel, the main part of your foot, and then you got your toes. I am listening to 80s music. So yeah, me. And her leg is a little too long, if I understand. Who did the famous superhero landing? Again, draw in that knee, that back of that leg. Make sure you know where it is. Keep forgetting I am on YouTube and I need to keep the humming to myself. Actually, since she just landed down, her hair would be more straight up, not down. So we just put her a cape too. So I hope you guys are getting a kick out of this. It's like, or at least it's somewhat informative. Because I am having fun trying to come up with, trying to show off more how you can do this more. I know as you go on, I guess. Trying to think of something better. Fine. Also, don't be afraid to race. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Now you see this? This is kind of unnatural pose. So that was kind of the wrong way to do that. Actually, this whole throwing is wrong. Yeah. That's what I get for trying to do a Hulk pose. Not know how Hulk poses himself. Spin it down. And oh, yeah. Foreshortening. Actually, I may just made her too long. bring his arms back just a little bit more, so that kind of gives you the idea that she's rearing up to hit you. Mm-mm. Alright. Alright, guys, I am going to go ahead and call it here. I will be back next Wednesday at 6 o'clock, and we're going to resume making characters for the fictional Justice League game. We're going to be doing like some inner gang characters. We're going to also be doing some other villains that may or may not be depending on I guess what I would imagine would go into the game. Obviously, there's going to be characters like Joker and what have you. And so we'll be so I'll be doing that next week. Tomorrow I will be on the Sleaze Stack Variety Show. That's going to be starting at 7 my time, 8 his time. So, and for those who don't know, I am in Central Time, Texas time, and then and I will be on Picardo on Friday at 6 p.m. This week. So, thanks again for everyone for coming. If you like what you see, please hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell, and I will see you guys next time.